experiment. I want to see whether a frozen dough of mixed acrylic is going to be enough to process a denture, because I want to, because this dough has been sitting in the freezer for the last 30 or so days. So it was stored February 4th, 2024. I wanted to see whether it's still going to be good enough to process it. So I'm taking it out of the freezer and I'm going to see whether after processing it's going to produce good results, like any new mixed fresh material, because so many people throw away these materials. So I'm going to take it out of the plastic bag. So what I did was I stored it in a Ziploc bag when it was at the right stage of packing, because I wanted to see if we can store the acrylic in the plastic bag and put it in the freezer. And to my surprise, it's still soft, but for some reason initially the material looks like it is sticking into my gloves, on my gloves. So it's sticking on my gloves. So I wanted to see that it's still soft, it still snaps pretty good. So the material looks like it is manipulable. So I can manipulate it with my hands, with my palm, it's sticking on my gloves. So what I'm going to do is let it defrost for a while, probably for some time. So I'm gonna leave it inside its bowl, and let's see what happens after probably like 10 or so minutes. So let it defrost, because it needs to come temperatures from the freezer and from outside, so it's room temperatures. So I'm going to let it sit there for some time, because if this works, that means we're going to save a lot of money for the labs and the beauticians who makes acrylic all the time. So after 10 minutes, it was still a little bit stick to the gloves, so we had to remove the gloves, and when you use your hands to manipulate it, it looks okay, it's at the right stage to pack. So because when we stored it at the stage of packing, this was like excess material. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna process two models, a lower and upper. So I'm going to use this material on the upper denture, and then we will mix fresh new acrylic Lucitone and see whether it's going to have the same results. Because my hypothesis is that when you put this material in the freezer, the chemical reaction stops where it goes during the process. So I'm going to pack it, close it, and then mix a new material for the lower, and then I'm going to process it both upper and lower. So after 2 hours or so, we opened the molds. You can see there the upper denture looks like it is processed well. It looks good, it looks hard, and the material looks nice, just like any regular processed denture. So the denture looks nice, shiny, doesn't have porosity or anything. It just looks smooth and shiny. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to divest it and then finish it, both these upper and lower, and we will finish both of them together so that we can compare and see whether the upper will have the same good results as any new material is going to be on the lower. So it looks pretty hard. I love it. So far so good. This is a very good application material. It looks like it worked. It was after a month of storage. So as you can see, the finished product looks very good. Just looks like any other regular denture. of mixing acrylic, don't worry if you mix this material. Just make sure you preserve it in a Ziploc bag and then put it inside the freezer, and you can use it the next day or even later. Doesn't matter, because this material, this one was sitting in the freezer for 30 days. I wanted to see 30 days. So next time, mix it when it is ready to use to pack. Just let it, and make sure it is not too dry, and then you can put it inside a Ziploc bag and then close it tight. And then you can now store it in the freezer, and then you can use it next time. So I think this is a very good result. This experiment was fantastic.